It's day 3 of the Bridechilla 30 days of wedding and 30 days of wedding? 30 days of wedding planning. I'm Alicia. I'm real and I make mistakes all the time. I'm the founder and host of the Bridechilla podcast, and hopefully you have listened to the show and you get that this is what I'm like. But my real driving force in creating Bridechilla and the whole community itself is about helping you plan your wedding without losing your shit. And I've been pretty successful so far, helped a lot of people, and it's a great place to hang out. The Bridechilla community on Facebook is the place to be. If you're looking for a decent wedding planning forum that doesn't contain a lot of assholes, then that's where I would say to be. So today, I want to talk about this weird idea that it takes at least 18 months to 24 months to plan a wedding. I'm really confused as to where this really kicked off, because if we look at our parents and our grandparents and when they plan their weddings, most of the time they plan weddings within 6 months max. It just seems to be our generation, or maybe a couple of years before our generation, that really got bloody blindsided by this idea that it's going to take years and years of your life to plan a party. Now, granted, sometimes venues aren't available. Sometimes you need to save money. I'm not saying that you have to get married really quickly, but if you have the means, financial means, and the will, you can plan a wedding really quickly. I've had the lovely Carly Kiker. She wrote a book called Hitched in a Hurry as a guest on the Bridechilla podcast a few times. And her whole sort of ethos is the fact that there are so many great vendors out there, so many opportunities to find venues that aren't necessarily the normal mainstream wedding venues. You can absolutely pull off planning a wedding in under 6 months without too much stress. And actually, I sort of think if wedding planning isn't your scene, if you're not enjoying this process already, or if you feel like this might not be something that you want lingering in your life for nearly 2 years, then I would highly suggest looking at, or at least considering, planning a wedding a bit quicker than you were expecting. I think one of the big things women especially get a bit stressed about is this idea that you have to order a dress a year in advance. Now, there are some places, some couture places that require that length of time to hand make, to style, to custom design a gown or a dress for their clients. And that is fine. They are more than, comfortable saying to people, you realize this is going to take 8 or 9 months to make. You won't see your dress until the end of the year. And a lot of people are fine with that. But also, there are so many other opportunities to find fabulous dresses and so many independent suppliers that will rush a dress. There are opportunities to buy dresses secondhand or pre-owned or pre-loved, or however you want to say it, to feel good. I think it's a really good chance actually to save a bit of money and buy something really amazing that someone else has worn for 6 hours, by the way. So really it comes down to this mentality that you have to plan a wedding and it has to take this huge long length of time. Now, if you are planning a destination wedding where you are asking your guests and family and friends to come and travel a far distance or make a really big time commitment or money commitment, then yeah, maybe giving them a year and a half or a year to get the time off work and book travel and accommodation and make sure that they're available would work well for you. But if you're getting married in your hometown and you've got the venue sorted, you know where you want to get hitched, and most of your guests are local people or at least not traveling internationally, it could be a really good plan for you to plan something that's in the next 6 to 8 months. Also, it can work really well for budgets. People would think the opposite, but actually, if you are planning to get married on a weekday, which is a huge budget saver, or if you were going to get married off season, we got married in winter and I loved it. And it was great because the venue we wanted was available for 3 days in a row. We hired this beautiful house and our friends stayed over and helped us decorate it. And we couldn't have done that in the summer months and in such a short period of time. So it worked for us. But I think if you're flexible and you understand your limitations and your guest limitations, but also that you don't have to be constricted to this 12 to 18 to 24 months and be stuck in that wedding planning zone for that long, and that suits you, then I encourage you to explore your options, because there are always options. Never feel pressured, never feel like you have to jump in and make decisions or book something for 24 months down the track when actually you're like, actually, I really want to get married next week. I'd love to get married this year. Don't feel pressured. Talk, communicate, research, and see what's available for you. I'm loving doing these videos. I'm doing 30 days. Obviously, it's called the 30 Days of Wedding Planning special, and I'm really excited. I've got so many, look at all my topics. So many topics coming up. Tomorrow, oh, I like this one. It is, what comes first? The venue or the budget or the guest list? That's a tricky one. It's a really tricky one, but I'm looking forward to talking about it. So until tomorrow, I highly encourage you to check out the Bridechilla podcast, and also to join our wonderful Facebook community, the Bridechilla community. And if you're in the market to buy a wedding planning guide, a book, somewhere to write your stuff, then can I suggest the Bridechilla Field Guide? It's available at bridechillastore.com. Link will be somewhere around here. It's a filler-outable field guide that you can put all your information, and here's the thing, it has all of the questions that I would suggest you ask vendors. Here you go, venue questions. You go to the venue and you take this along with you and you ask questions. You go, hi, can we bring our own cake or other food items? Can we? Do you have an option of a paid bar? Do you? That is the Bridechilla Field Guide. Until tomorrow, I bid you all a very happy and very gracious happy days.